3:30 p.m., September 29, 2023. I was sleeping from about 1:30 p.m. to about 3 p.m. I spoke to my mother on the phone today. She's in the hospital yet. Aetna Insurance is dragging their trying to cheat her out of getting rehab for a few days for her hip so she can get back to functional. She can kind of get around, but she said she can't, get in and out of bed and stuff like that. And they're refusing her a few days of rehab. Aetna Insurance. I guess the hospital workers at Allen, or it's now Unity Point in Waterloo, said that Aetna is the worst insurance company. That's AETNA Insurance. So they're waiting today to see if they can. They've been trying to deny her, so they're kind of waiting today to see if they're going to allow her to get her rehab that she needs for her hip. Broke her hip, and she had pins put in her hip, and they had to separate the muscle. And she's 81 years old, so pretty shitty of Aetna Insurance so far. I'll update on what they do to see if they're truly evil or if they caved in and their policy that they made an exception to whatever their rigid policy is. It's not right. So. And like my mother said, the hospital workers said that Aetna is the worst one so far. So we'll see. We'll see if they have any redeemable qualities. I let my cat Nutsy out, I think, around mid-morning today. So the cat that I've had in the videos and pictures before. Again, yesterday he was gone most of the day, and then when some little boys in their revved up cars honked and stopped out front, he appeared suddenly last night, and then I let him in, and then I let him out about mid-morning, I think, today around mid-morning. It was in the morning. I just don't know exactly what time it was. And I only note that because I don't want people claiming they have some connection to me or that it's their cat, it's my cat, and they're staging lies wherever the little cowards are, or big cowards, whoever it may be. So don't have any connection ever have to anybody that drives a fast little car, like a little teenager or 20-something. Still half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, on V68 west side of the road. Been home since September 15th at about 12:25 p.m. when I got last groceries. I ate some bread today, so if surveillance catches me being a little puffy faced or puffy gutted, it's because I had some bread. That's how much I have to be my life be like completely harassed or I don't know what you want terrorized by surveillance, is they trying to pick me as a female or somebody else just because I look a little bit different, or my body biorhythms, because of biotech surveillance. I don't know how they're doing it, but they try and take advantage of every different little change in my body during the day, which is it's horrific. I mean, they try and stage lies and I'm something else with surveillance, and then they try and with this whatever way they're assessing it, they're trying to make it seem like I'm female, or that I'm this guy named Bob from 2018 to 2019 that worked in Fairway as a meat cutter. He drove a Malibu, or that type of car, Impala or Malibu, and he had like meat cutting stains all over the back of his car. It's like disgusting. He parked next to me in the library. That's the only reason I know he had these meat stains from Fairway all over his back of his car. But they try and claim that when I get a little bit puffy faced, they call me Bobcat or whatever. So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but I thought I better mention it that I had some bread today. So I don't know what else to say. No date, romance, relationship in 8.5 years. Never been married. Never been in the military. Not ridden a motorcycle since 1996. Not golfed in 15 plus years. Never been a pot smoker. Never been a smoker. Never been into drugs. Never been into drugs. They keep trying to indicate I had opioids. When I take Tylenol or large amounts or a couple double the dose of Tylenol or double the dose of ibuprofen or something like that, then they claim I took opioids. Now, why don't you do some testing on people that take quite a few ibuprofen or Tylenol because their back's killing them or something like that. Do your testing before you make judgments with your nanotech biotech garbage. Always gets it wrong. 90% of the time, the nanotech biotech gets it wrong. 90%. I know from experience. They're lies that they tell with their surveillance. So that's why the secret courts are wrong too, because they're using false information from the surveillance, and then to make judgments on these secret courts that have been going on for I don't know how long, 10, 20 years. That might have been what was going on in early, for 9/11 when they try and indicated I was part of that when I was gone from my home and in Cedar Falls most of the time because I was dating somebody in Cedar Falls and commuting to a class there full time working in the city of Dubuque, and I was vice president of Iowa Association Housing Official, so I was gone a great majority of the time fall 2001 from my home on 895 Yale Court in Dubuque. I had a roommate there too that had access to the computers I had in the apartment. Obviously, I wasn't taking them with me when I left, like I have to now. Whatever I think might be compromised, I have to leave or I have to take with me now for the last 4 years. So, Wade Allen Heineman, 51 years old, green eyes, not blue eyes. 10.7 inch hands, 6'1". That's 185 centimeters tall, 8 to 9 inches erect, 3 to 6 inches when I'm not erect. I am a man, always and forever, born 11/4/71, circumcised 1971. Father child 1995, no changes. Twitter.com/Wade, yes. Twitter.com/Wade second. That's Twitter.com/WADES2ND. And youtube.com/@ I am Wade Heineman. That's at IAMWADEHEINEMA. And never any connection to Elon Musk or any famous person. Never sold any of my ideas to anyone. Never sold any writing to anyone. Not worked for anyone since April 2018. No one's ever worked for me. Anybody calling themselves my boss since April 2018 is a criminal as well. This is not a joke, and then this is not a performance. And I never had a podcast. It'd be Hacked Mike always.